When the darkest hour meets the dawn, miracles are born. My beloved child, what you're about to read isn't just another message of hope. It's a divine interruption in your story. If you've stumbled upon these words, it's no accident. Your heart has been heavy, your nights long, and your prayers whispered in desperation. But today, that changes. Listen closely, for time is sacred, and May 25th approaches. The weight you've been carrying. I see you there, carrying burdens that would crush most people. That heavy weight on your shoulders, the way your chest tightens when you're alone, it's more than just worry. It's a spiritual weight pressing down. That feeling you get when you pray not from joy, but from desperation. You've been trying to hold it together, haven't you? Smiling on the outside, but trembling on the inside. I see it. I feel it with you. You've been carrying a burden heavier than most people can imagine. It's about your son. Yes, him. You don't talk about it much, but I know how deeply you care. I've seen you pacing the floor late at night when the world is asleep and the house is quiet. Your thoughts spin in circles you can't control. I see the tears you wipe away before anyone notices. I see the worry behind your smile when you're trying to be strong for everyone else. But I want you to know, I have not turned away from you. Not for a single moment. You may have felt alone. You may have wondered if anyone sees your pain. But I've been right here, whispering through signs, through dreams, even through that uneasy feeling in your spirit. I've been trying to get your attention. I've been speaking even when you thought I was silent. The final storm before the breakthrough. Now, I need you to really listen. What's coming isn't just another hard time. It's not just another bump in the road. This is different. This is the final shaking before the breakthrough. Yes, I said final. This storm isn't just another trial. It's not just another wave crashing over you. This is the shift, the spiritual turning point. Everything might look like it's falling apart. It might feel like the walls are closing in, like the ground is shaking under your feet. But listen carefully. It's not falling apart. It's falling into place. I know you're tired. I know you've been fighting and praying and hoping for so long. But this isn't just another wave. It's the last one. The storm clouds are gathering for one final crash before the skies open wide. And when they do, you will see everything clearly. The battle for your son's destiny. My child, a fierce battle rages over your son's life. You can't see it with your eyes. It's not a fight of fists or words. It's deeper. It's in the unseen world around you. Shadows press in. Dark shapes reach out. Their goal is to crush his spirit before he becomes all I made him to be. The enemy has set a deadline. He's drawn a finish line in his mind. He thinks that day will break your son's strength. He thinks it will steal his hope and silence his voice forever. But listen close. I've set a date, too. I am the Alpha and the Omega, his first breath and his last. While you see chaos, I see a countdown. Not to ruin, but to destiny. Your son is not just stumbling. He is being sharpened. He is not just lost. He is being tested. Every sleepless night is a fire that refines him. Every question in his mind is a spark that lights his faith. Every tear he hides is a drop of courage being born. His story is not random. His pain is not wasted. I have marked him for purpose. May 25th, the turning point. My child, mark this date deep in your heart. May 25th. This is not just a day on the calendar. It's not just another square that passes with the ticking of a clock. No, May 25th is something far greater. It is the final day of this battle for your son. The last stand, the final push, the moment before the shift. Every tear you've cried, every prayer you've whispered, every question that hung heavy in the night, all of it has been leading here. The fear you've hidden behind your brave face, the cries you've swallowed so no one would see, all those silent struggles have paved the road to this very moment. Now, I am not just asking you. I am commanding you. Do not give up before May 25th. And neither should your son. I know how heavy the days have felt, stretching long like shadows across your heart. I know the nights have felt endless, with silence that screamed louder than any words could. I know the weight you've carried like a mountain pressed on your shoulders. But listen closely. The pain, the confusion, the silence, they will grow louder before they die. That is how the enemy works. When he knows his time is short, he strikes harder. When he sees his grip slipping, he clings tighter. But you, my child, you must stand firm. Hold the line when it hurts. Hold the prayer when doubt whispers. Hold the faith when shadows try to steal your light. Because something sacred is coming. Something holy. May 25th is not just a day. It is the dawn of change. It is the moment when everything you've carried will be lifted. It is the hour when the shadows scatter and the light rushes in. Victory and restoration. On May 25th, your hands will finally let go of this fight. You've carried it for so long, like heavy stones in your heart, like chains wrapped around your spirit. But on that day, you will release it all into my hands. When you do, I will step in, not as a gentle whisper, not as a soft breeze, but as a roaring lion. I will move with power, with strength, with force that shakes the very ground. I will take over completely, not halfway, not little by little, not in just pieces, but fully and entirely. Every chain that has bound your son, snapping. Every curse spoken over him, shattering. Every weight passed down through generations, crumbling to dust. Every lie whispered into his heart, silenced in my presence. At my arrival, darkness flees. At my roar, every shadow scatters. You have fought for so long. You have prayed when no one was watching. You have wept in secret. You have fasted, waiting for the breakthrough. You have held on with shaking hands. But hear me now. On that day, May 25th, it will no longer be your fight. The battle will belong to me, and I have never lost. Not once, not ever. The end of torment, the beginning of purpose. I know you felt it, the heavy weight pressing down, the whisper of fear in the dark. You've asked me silently when no one else could hear. God, is this it? Is this how it all falls apart? You've looked at your son and the battles he's been facing. You've seen the struggle in his eyes, the tiredness in his heart, and you've wondered if this weight would finally break him or break you. But listen closely, my child. It is the end, but not the kind of ending you expected. No, this is the end of the enemy's grip. This is the end of the torment that has crept into your home, the whispers of fear that have chased you through sleepless nights, the shadows that have loomed over your heart. This is where it all breaks. Right here, right now. Imagine chains snapping one by one, falling to the ground. Picture shadows scattering as light floods the room. That heaviness that clung to your soul like thick fog, gone. The lies whispered to you when you were alone, silenced. The fear that squeezed your heart, vanished. This is not just the end of the struggle. It's the beginning of something powerful, something beautiful. It's the beginning of purpose. Unbreakable promises. Do you remember what I promised in Isaiah 43 verse 2? I said, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. My child, this is that river, the one you feared would drown you, the one you thought would carry your son away. But I am here. I, your God, am walking straight through it with you. Not from a distance, not watching from heaven's balcony. I am right beside you, step by step, tear by tear, breath by breath. You are not alone. You have never been alone. I never abandon my chosen. Never. Look around you. The storm is raging. The winds howl, shaking the very ground you stand on. The sky churns with heavy clouds, and the rain falls in torrents. It wants you to panic. It wants you to doubt every promise I've made to you. But listen closely. My child, my voice is louder. In the middle of the storm, when the winds scream and the waters rise, I am speaking. Can you hear me? My voice is cutting through the noise, whispering truth, shouting hope, declaring victory. The power of your faith and future legacy. Faith isn't proven in comfort. It's not measured when everything is going well. It doesn't shine the brightest when the skies are clear and the path is smooth. Faith is revealed in the fire. When the flames rise, when the pressure mounts, when every voice around you whispers, "Give up." Faith is that spark that refuses to go out, even when the wind howls. It's that tiny flame that keeps burning in the middle of the storm. When everything around you says this is the end, faith shouts back, "No, this is just the beginning." When the world says there's no way out, faith whispers, "Watch what my God can do." And that, my child, is the kind of faith I honor. That's the kind of faith that moves mountains, that splits seas, that brings dead things back to life. I'm not training you just to survive. I didn't bring you through all of this so you could barely make it. I'm preparing you for legacy. Yes, legacy. You and your son were not created for ordinary lives. Your story was never meant to fade into the background like a forgotten whisper. I'm doing something generational, something eternal. The dawn of May 26th. So listen to me now. Don't let go. Don't let the weight of weariness convince you that nothing is changing. Don't let the silence convince you I've stopped speaking. And above all, don't doubt what I've declared. This isn't just a hopeful whisper. It's not a fragile wish. This is not some fading dream. It's a promise. And I do not make promises lightly. What I have spoken will come to pass. When May 26th rises, it will not rise on fear. Think about that for a moment. All the things that haunt you now, the dread, the tension, the what ifs that circle your mind, they will not stand in the light of that new day. May 26th will rise on glory. My glory. Glory that crushes confusion. Glory that silences the enemy. And on that day, every knee that stood against your son, every spirit, every lie, every force of darkness will bow. Not because of chance, not because of luck, but because I have spoken. And when I speak, things change. Miracles and purpose ahead. My beloved child, that vision was real. What I showed you in the quiet moments. Yes, that glimpse of your future, that whisper of destiny, came straight from me. It wasn't just your imagination playing tricks. It wasn't just a passing thought. That promise was true. You're not crazy. You're chosen. You are part of something bigger than you can see right now. I know it's hard to hold on to that when everything around you seems to say the opposite. But listen to me. You are right where you need to be. Do you feel the tension building up? Can you see the battles rising around you? The sudden attacks, the heavy discouragement, the whispers of confusion that creep in? Those are not signs to give up. No. My child, they are signs that you are getting closer. The enemy sees it. He sees the promise I have spoken over you, and he is trembling. That's why he's fighting so hard. That's why the storms have been stronger, the nights have been longer, and the path has seemed so hard. It's because you are headed in the right direction. Don't second-guess what I've placed inside of you. Don't let fear steal your faith. Keep believing, my child. Even when it's dark, even when you can't see the next step, even when the voices around you say it's impossible, hold tight to hope. Hope is your weapon, and faith is your fuel. Supernatural doors are about to swing wide open. Not just any doors. Doors that have been locked so long you started to wonder if they would ever open. But I have not forgotten you. I have not ignored your prayers. I have seen every tear, heard every cry, and felt every ache in your heart. Those doors weren't locked because I didn't hear you. They were locked because the time wasn't right. But now, my child, the time has come. Suddenly, everything will shift. Miracles will break out in your life when you least expect them. Not small miracles. No, I'm talking about undeniable divine miracles. The kind that stop you in your tracks, that make you gasp and fall to your knees. Right now, as you read these words, healing is on its way. Healing for your body, healing for your heart, healing for the parts of your past that still ache with pain. Restoration is coming. What was broken, I will make whole. What was lost, I will return in greater measure than you ever imagined. Your greatest days are just ahead. You are about to step into purpose like never before. You are about to walk through doors I have been preparing you for. And when you do, you will see that I never left. Not even for a moment. Every step of the way, I have been there. Every tear you cried, I counted. Every prayer you whispered, I held close. Now get ready. The doors are about to open, and you are going to walk straight into the promise I made to you. Trust me, my beloved. I'm already moving. I'm already working. Stay ready, for I am about to do something so beautiful, so divine, that it will leave you speechless. I am the God of promises, and I do not fail. What am I being asked to fight for until May 25th? What is heaven asking you to not give up on? What purpose? What child? What breakthrough is worth pushing for? Because what follows May 25th will change everything forever.